lonesome I could cry. Hello and welcome to Scriptonite Reacts. I'm Scriptonite. Today we're going to be watching Season 6, Episode 4 of The Expanse, and this episode is called Redoubt. Now, a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about ahead of this episode that I didn't really get into at the back end of last episode, and that was partly because I watched the X-ray thing. First of all, I didn't have a chat about what happened to the Barkeith and the other ships that have been disappearing. It seems that the Barkeith was not the only ship to have quote-unquote vanished in transit into the ring system. Now, I've been working on the assumption that those things that came through the ship tore everything apart, because that's kind of what it looked like at the time, and it may well still be what happened. But the fact that these things seem to keep opening like sinkholes, kind of dragging in whatever is around them, and then closing again, makes me wonder if something else is happening to the Barkeith and the other ships that were actually caught up in those moments. You know, are they transiting into an alternate universe? Another kind of space-time? Like, I have no idea, but I do think something is going on, and obviously it's the thing that killed the people that built the rings in the first place. We also need to talk about Laconia and the bird and the drone. Yes, I did notice they were altered, but I'm just waiting to find out what the alteration means. I didn't notice the drone in the moment, but I did notice that the bird was a slightly different colour. There was something off. But to be honest, I was just so excited for the little girl. I'm just going to go with it for now. I'm happy to be a sweet summer child until this whole thing goes tits up. But the point is, I think whatever is happening that this girl is discovering, this may have happened to the builders once. You know, this may have happened to the civilization that created the ring. Did it start like this? You know, was there a way in which they thought they were being contributed to, but the thing that was contributed to them ended up becoming their downfall? I have no idea, but I really want to see how that plays out as we head into the sort of home straight of this season now. So those were the two kind of main things. I loved last episode, even though it basically ripped my guts out and hung them out on the washing line, because we had the opportunity finally, through his own pride, to take down Marco and Eros, but unfortunately Jim's conscience got in the way, and I truly, truly hope that Jim doesn't pay a heavy cost for that decision, because I believe it was made with the very best of intentions. But Marco is still out there, and you know, Kamina Drummer was making what she felt like was a very smart strategic decision when she let Marco go, thinking that the worst case scenario was a belt or civil war and not Marco and Eros becoming leader of the belt. So we've seen a couple of times that if really Marco is the worst case scenario, and you know, he's probably better off dead. And I feel the same in that situation. I think, you know, Philip has made his decision. It's very possible that Jim is morally right. Philip survives this and redeems himself, and there is another way to beat Marco. And that's great. That's the outcome I want. But to be clear, I would have fired that missile. Philip you made your choices. And I wouldn't be easy with it. I'd probably be crying about it and grieving about it for the rest of my life. But I would have accepted that as just the price of getting rid of those people. But the big outcome of all this, really, the significance, was that Philip saw Marco unmasked. Everything that Naomi has been talking about, Philip is now reflecting on and is now kind of seeing his father in a different light. He's seeing the fact that he hogs victory and just tosses blame in anyone else's direction. The jig is probably nearly up, but the question is it gonna wind up quickly enough for Philip to make any kind of change in his life course or bigger contribution to this? You know, are we going to have a situation where the son kills the father? We don't know, but it's really that seeing Philip tear his dad out in front of that whole crew is not only a big deal for Philip, that was about the worst thing that can happen to a narcissist like Marco, to be publicly humiliated like that. So how Marco's going to come back from that, I don't know. I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure to make a bold move here and try and re-establish his reputation. But he's going to struggle because, meanwhile, at the other side of the system, we've got Kamina Drummer working with Golden Bow to attack Marco's supply depots, which he is currently unaware, we believe, are known. Obviously, there's a chance this is all a big trick and is basically bait to lure Kamina in and get her. In which case, I'm going to be really pissed because that's quite a clever plan. But my hope still remains that we can get hold of those supplies, return them to where they belong, because ultimately, this is stuff he's confiscated from Ceres in the first place and other communities. So, you know, dishing it back out is basically just a fair redistribution of wealth. So we're going to see that play out. I am really rooting for this to be a successful mission, but as I say, in these conditions, with this opponent in Marco and Aros, I would be sleeping with one eye open. You know, every possible means and motive and opportunity to take me out is going to have to be considered in every moment, because that's the level of opposition that Marco does represent, even though he's on a loser at the moment. So we have that. We have just the deliciousness of Bobby and Amos over on the Rossi, which I'm telling you now is like the hottest fucking thing on earth. Those two flirting with each other, I want a whole show. I want a whole show where it's just Bobby and Amos giving each other shit on a ship, and I will be fine. I could watch 10 seasons of that. Especially that X-ray when they were freaking wrestling. We finally got to see what would happen if Amos and Bobby threw down. And I think what we learned from that, guys, is that it's pretty even Stevens. Woo! Probably with the slight edge to Bobby, because she's actually got the training for the fighting. Amos is just an exceptional fighter. Although I have to say, remember that reverse suplex thing that he did on Tiny in the last season? That was fucking amazing. Obviously, because we know Amos's actor, Wes, is actually super good at MMA. So, woo!
A few moments later.
So yeah, I think that's me done for now. I'm ready to get on and watch this episode. So without further ado, let's have at it.
And at a current rate of consumption, Ceres has only enough food and air for approximately...
Pause. I cannot believe I did not talk about Ceres. Obviously, that is literally the first thing that was on my mind when I sat down in the chair, was is Monica dead? The one, like, ridiculously hopeful thought I had was that maybe, you know, when she said to Avasarala, wait until you see my next, you know, kind of video, you know, maybe she's somehow surviving all of this chaos and capturing it all on film, and we will be able to prove that, you know, this wasn't the UN Marines, this was an attack on Belters primarily by Marco Inaros. That's what I wanted to say on that. Yeah! Let's go! I think something terrible is going to befall this community.
Apparently the car came around the curve too fast and just tipped over.
Oh man.
What's gonna happen to the driver?
What do you think?
Oh, bullet. Sauveterre was very clear on that. Oh, Cara. Could they have picked a cuter little kid? Seriously, she is so cute.
You were supposed to be in Paris. That was gonna be your parents' posting after this.
Duarte.
Whatever you feel, it's okay.
I know it's all right to be sad.
Grief is strange. It gets harder when you've grown up, so we lie about it. Say it's the same as being sad. It's not like we mean to lie.
Lies? Like what?
We keep you safe. I mean, we want to, we try to, but that's not how life works. Having something you love that you can't protect, it's terrifying.
Did you have a kid who died?
No. I lost a place. And it's a place that mattered to me. And I thought it would go on forever.
Mars.
It made me very sad. And very, very angry and frightened. When I was where you are now, I needed something to make it more than just death. I needed to make it a sacrifice. It's to give something up and make it sacred. When you think about it like that, it doesn't fix anything, but it makes losing them hurt less. Your brother, Mars, the dream of Mars, they still matter.
Okay.
It'll make all of this worth it. Even the parts we had to give up along the way.
I don't want to give him up.
Pause. Admiral Duarte, we have heard of him before. Avasarala has spoken about him. So he's the guy above Sauveterre, right? I don't think we've seen him before, or if we have, it's a long time ago, but I do remember the name being raised. Play.
Keep trying.
Here he comes!
Admiral.
Uh-oh.
I think I can turn it on. I know I can.
That thing in the sky. Oh shit. I knew it! I told you! Oh, I want to stay there! Oh, I really want to see what happens. I hope we go back. Oh, I love this show! I love this show!
I understand your anger and your fear, but you can't let them blind you. This is not the time to sell our future for the empty promise of safety. We may never know for certain who vented our tanks, but we all know who is building a future for the belt.
Fuck's sake!
The explosives were Belter mining charges.
Yeah.
They were clearly planted by Inaros. If we make the evidence public...
Sanjarani will call you the false flag, the latest in a long line of inner lies. It'll take more than that to turn them against Marco.
With all due respect, ma'am, we are a Navy. MCRN Fleet Command recommends that a joint strike force set out for the ring immediately. Our stealth ships will take out Marco sentries, cripple Medina, and reassert control of the ring before the Free Navy can get any more entrenched.
Rushing headlong to salve our pride and prove our manhood is exactly what Inaros wants. I will not commit my forces to that plan.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh no. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, Monica. Mwah.
Miss Stewart, are you recording this?
Yes.
Stop right now.
You said I had full access.
Did they do this?
You're right. I did.
Pause. I'm just gonna say it. Season 1 of Vasarala absolutely has the capacity to have set this up so that Monica would be there to capture this stuff that's going on. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying Vasarala now did it. I'm saying season 1, season 2 of Vasarala absolutely could have set this whole thing up. I'll leave it at that. Play. Hey!
Going over our battle logs. The Rosie gathered a lot of data on the Pella. High-resolution drive signatures and hull profiles. I'm compiling all of it. I'm going to send it out fleet-wide.
Ooh.
Someone will find that ship.
Naomi's back in the game now.
Still pissed off about the pillow?
Aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alex's music.
This is Alex's music.
He did the spin to
I used to
this.
play this stuff all the time on the Razorback.
Lonesome I could cry.
Behind a cloud.
This is lush.
There's something I need you to take a look at. I'm in the cargo bay.
So I drilled down into the weapons telemetry log, and I found this.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is way above my pay grade, and I'm not trying to judge.
Shit.
I'll handle it.
Uh-oh. You's in trouble. The pillar. Look at it, all bashed up. Good. Now you got some scratches, motherfuckers.
We are salvaging what we can from Malamba, but the ship is wrecked. We have to be abandoned.
Ooh.
One repair ship operational. Headed for you now. Fully loaded. I'll fix you up.
After salvage operations are complete, take the 2 senior-most officers of the Lauba and space them.
Understood. Granicus out.
I think it's counterproductive.
If the captain of the Granicus calls and tries to get you to change my mind, have him put outside as well.
Oh, shit.
You're the only family he has left. He needs you at his side to give him support and counsel. The kind that no one else can.
You think you know my father? You think you know me? What do you think he would do if I shot you in the face?
I don't know. Feel really guilty about it. Then send money to my family and pretend it's remorse.
Think she knows your dad a little bit better than you think, mate.
Well, it'll work, but it's a far cry from mil-spec.
Oh, there's about to be a conversation.
Amos, you okay? I only asked because you're talking even less than usual. If you want, I can lock you out of fire control.
Oh.
We had a chance to end DeMarco. And you pulled the punch. It was my call to make. And I don't owe you a fucking explanation. Are you pissed at me for asking? Or because you don't have an explanation to give?
I am with Amos on this one. You can't ask people to be putting their lives at risk all the time for this mission and then make an emotional decision and not be accountable for it.
Good. Good, yeah. Keep going.
Bringing total
Shit me.
Tadeo, we got a problem.
Tadeo! Ooh, wow.
You had to look at the news now. While we work.
My brother is a dock worker on Ceres. I haven't heard from him since the water tank explosion. I'm just worried. Won't happen again. Promise.
Your skiff, your rules. You and your brother. You're close.
Oh yeah. One day our parents don't come back from Iraq. Mas took me in on Ceres. I was 7. I remember thinking how weird it was, because until then he was a real shit for brother.
So why isn't he here with you? He didn't join up?
He cannot go outside.
Are you sure he built up?
He has a condition. Vertigo. Anytime he is out in vacuum, he gets dizzy, blackout, vomit in his helmet. If not for that, I think he would have left Ceres long ago. I probably would have been on a prison barge. I just hope he's okay.
Oh, we're about to have a conversation. Shit.
Philip looks a lot like you. When I gave Marco the chance to surrender, I saw Philip on the screen.
Why are you telling me this?
The torpedo didn't fail. I disarmed it. I haven't lost my mind. I know what that choice meant, but I couldn't kill your son.
If you let Marco escape to spare my feelings, you just made me responsible for everyone he kills from now on.
You're not responsible for my choice.
Then stop making yourself responsible for mine.
Oh,
almost ruined the raid on the Azure.
You're trying to carry all of this by yourself, and you can't.
If Philip hurts more people, then...
It's not about Philip, or what he might or might not do. It's about us. I can't be the one who kills your son. It won't matter that we were at war, that he was on the other side. Every time you wake up, you'll be lying next to the reason your boy is dead.
Jim,
I can't be that to you. I don't have it in me.
I went to save Philip, and I failed. If we win, he may die. I know I tried. Please, don't take that from me. It's all I have left.
God, she is so fuck me. Oh, my soul hurts. What's about to happen here?
What have we got here? That's a torpedo warhead.
Oh no.
This had gone off. We wouldn't be here talking about it now. Marco Inaros is blessed. I'm stuck. Don't move. Get me out of here. Don't move.
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, you fucking prick.
What the fuck?
Disarmed.
You're an asshole. Come on. We should take this in now.
The hell is this? Kamina! Let's go! Where's there a Rubik's Cube flying through space? It's the supply!
All this on the floor while Marco lets about starve.
First team. With me.
Let's go. We got your stuff. We're gonna redistribute it.
Grapple's ready. Fire!
Oh! This is fucking amazing. Now look.
No food slots in the dorm. This one's warm.
Fuck! Shit! Oh, fuck! What just happened? Shit!
Covering you!
Fuck.
They were gathering supplies. Getting ready for a pickup. All teams, take what you can, then get back to the ships. You have 1 hour.
Oh no! Shit! Not Joseph. What the fuck was that? Fuck. Oh no. Oh. Oh! Ow!
We can try
Oh
again.
fuck.
There's no time.
Oh no.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
What? What are you saying?
Oh no. Ah!
No! No! No!
Oh, 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 it's a little knife! Oh, God, Michio! Oh, shit! Oh.
Killing someone is a terrible thing. And you can never take it back.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel bad about not killing someone.
It's good advice. Thank you.
Is this your cat?
Yes. Her name is Lucky Earther. She is fat and lazy, and I give her whatever she wants. I was born on Ceres. This is my home. I don't hate anyone. I want air and water and freedom. I'm so tired of the hate.
What was that?
Just tired. I can't even wash my hands. There's no water.
This makes us look weak.
It makes us all look weak.
Yeah.
That's why it works. If you want the enemy to see you as human, you have to see them as human.
I'm not sure Bertels will ever do that.
I'm not sure I'm talking about them.
Oh, Monica, I'm so glad you're alive.
Comms, open the channel. Wideband.
What?
Do not make me repeat myself. Walker, the word is given.
She's just going to tell everyone it's there.
This is Kamina Drummer, and this message is for the traitor, the coward, Mako Inaros.
Oh!
You hunted me and mine, and still we are here, unbent, unbroken, unbowed. And you are nothing.
So much for anonymity.
Oh, he's going to lose his fucking mind.
Tech said data logs show torpedoes disarmed before impact.
You mean someone disarmed it?
Yeah.
Who would do that? It had to be a malfunctioning flight. We all lucky to be alive.
Yeah. Think about that for a second, buddy. Pause. Naomi specifically said he's willing to let you die for him, but he wouldn't do the same for you. I'm just saying. Play. Right, here we go. Is this the...
Kamina Drummer.
Yes!
And this message is for the traitor, the coward, Mako Inaros. You hunted me and mine, and still we are here, unbent, unbroken, unbowed. And you are nothing. You stole from your own. You abandoned Ceres to the Innas,
and left Belters to starve. You called yourself a champion and then you ran. Live shamed. Die empty.
Yes! Mm!
At least it wasn't the Innes who raided our supplies.
Whose side are you on?
Well, I only...
Drummer is our enemy. Same as the Innes. And anyone else who stands against us. There's no turning back now.
God damn it! Okay, so we're now going to go in and watch Night Watch. Play.
The doctrine of one ship arose from paradoxes, the cold of space and the heat of a drive, bright stars and pure darkness, companionship in the void.
Will do, boss. Good night.
Okay.
So every single one of these begins with the doctrine of one ship. So that doctrine of one ship encompasses all of these kind of little rules that they're setting down. It's quite cute. I've just noticed that Francois Chow is a guest star in this, so we're going to be seeing some Mao here. Play.
I have the watch. Okay, there's nothing to watch.
What's up on the maintenance schedule?
Reactor room it is.
Hee hee. Standby mode.
Generate. Link. Diagnostics. Coolant level check. Ground loop check.
Okay, add that to the maintenance list.
That's a long list.
Pierre Mao, former CEO of Mao Krukowski Mercantile and mastermind of the proto-molecule conspiracy that killed 100,000 people on Arrow Station, was found dead last night in his cell at the New Spandau Penitentiary, where he was serving a clemency-barred life sentence. Preliminary reports indicate the cause of death was an underlying medical condition. Mao is survived by his wife Ariadne and children Peter, Michael, and Anthea. His two daughters, Julie and Clarissa, predeceased him.
Oh my god. Oh shit! Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh fuck. Oh no. All the plants. Oh no.
Rossi.
Open my private journal.
Oh.
Record a new entry.
In the pit, Dr. Othman said that parent-child relationships are primal. They don't have to make sense. It's just baked into being the kind of primates we are that you always care about your parents. And I thought she was full of shit. But here we are. Why am I angry? Why am I angry now? You didn't die to hurt my feelings. I was never gonna see you again anyway. What does it even matter?
It just does. It just does.
I wish you were a better man.
Yeah.
I wish you were a better father. I wish you loved me. I wish I hadn't loved you. I wish I had loved you. End entry.
Oh man, that was rough. That was really rough. So yeah, first things first, I love that. I thought it was absolutely fucking amazing. I really felt that I gotta go with the peaches thing at the end just because, like, that feeling, that I feel seen, like I totally understand. I've had to estrange from my parents because they're abusive and it is the worst. Like you've got this level of grief that makes you angry because you're like, why do I have to have this? On top of everything else, why do I now have to grieve? And it's like, well, because your love was real. And so you are going to grieve. But like working through acceptance of that so that you aren't resentful of your own grief is like a work in progress all of the time. So I really feel for her that, like, I wish I never loved you. And oh, I love Peaches. I really do love Peaches. I love her turn. Oh, but yeah, broader themes of the episode. Back on Laconia, Kara is wheeling her little brother off for a resurrection. I actually got a much better look at the bird this time. I don't know if they showed a different shot or I picked the wrong moment to blink in the last episode, but that little bird looked like a fucking zombie. Like, it was not right at all. It didn't look like that to me last time. I didn't kind of get a clear enough look at it, but that time I was like, oh, that's actually a little bit scary. So I don't know what's going on with the bird and what we can then imagine is about to happen to her brother. But we're probably going to find out at the beginning of next episode. We finally got to meet Admiral Duarte, who, as I say, has been referenced several times through this series. That is a name I immediately recognised when I heard it, but I did not recognise the actor, so I don't think I've seen him before. Or if I did, it was, very briefly. But yeah, he's an interesting one, and I understand now what he's basically saying, to sort of sanctify anything that is lost in pursuit of their dream. Including, he had to give up his dream of Mars, Obviously, Kara's not getting all this, but we are. You know, he saw Mars dying, and that was a worthy sacrifice to create the civilization that they're creating now. Well, that's a point of view. He's an interesting character. And we had again we had the final conversation we saw between Babbage and Salvatore, with Salvatore saying, you know, the only sort of court martial would be a bullet in the head, basically. And that appears to be, you know, it's martial law on Laconia. So even though this was an accident, apparently, that this kid died, it doesn't matter, firing squad. So you need to be really fucking watching your back on Laconia, because there isn't just due process, there isn't process at all. You know, that this is just military, is martial rule. So a little bit worrying, because obviously what happens, you know, with whatever the impact of what Kara's doing is. What, the whole family get gunned down? Is that where we're going with this? Because it feels like it right now. Oh, don't like that. And in the other bad news bears on Laconia, Cortazar seems to have got a coherent reply from his effort to communicate, I think, with the proto-molecule sort of ship-ish thing in the atmosphere. So they're about to, I guess, activate that, and who the fuck knows what's going to happen then, because I feel like really shit is about to go epic on Laconia, and it ain't going to be pretty. So that's Laconia. Over here, with Kamina, we have, you know, this really fantastic mission. Not only does she get to the supplies, but she sends a message to all of the belt, cussing out Marco, saying, you're sitting on these supplies while Belters are starving. Oh, and FYI, he fucked off and abandoned Ceres. So Kamina now is becoming like the face of the resistance against Marco. She is Marco's Marco now. Marco has his own dissident that he's going to have to come up against. And he is shook as fuck. Like, Marco is not okay. He has no Philip. Sin is dead. That other one that I didn't like, Blueberry Lips, she's also, you know, dead. So he's now really only got Rosenfeld to lean on. And they look to be getting a little bit close. So we'll see how that develops. Pfft, idiot. Don't go near that man. I hope she's taking out an insurance policy, I'll tell you that. Meanwhile, he's relegated Philip to the lower decks. So Philip's out doing maintenance now. Finds the warhead, and it has been deactivated. So they now know Philip should know that's how that warhead got deactivated. I don't understand how he went from that to that fierce defense of his father and their mission in that canteen. He looked kind of unsettled afterwards. Maybe it was just a cover your ass moment. Maybe he's going to have a wake up moment. But at this point now, I feel like there have been so many fucking moments where I'm like, this is the moment Philip is going to turn around and realise that he's made a terrible mistake. And he lets me down every fucking time. This was another one, you know. Could have led a mutiny against his dad at that moment. And I bet you 90% of the Pella crew would have been behind him. But no, still doing daddy's work for him. So we got to cope with that. We got to live with it. No crying about it anymore. Meanwhile, on the Rosie, we have the reveal from Peaches that it was in fact Jim that did it. And this has really, really pissed off Amos. You know, as much as Amos gets pissed off, because he's not one to sort of sulk, but he is one to be like, you've done something which has now had me questioning your character. And this had him questioning, you know, because he assumes that Jim, not assumes, based on his experience of Jim, he sees Jim as like a, you know, what would Jim do? He uses Jim as a moral compass. And so it really, like, he finds it really disconcerting when Jim acts in a way that's inconsistent with that. And obviously that's difficult because Jim has got to be free to make mistakes the same as everyone else. You know, Jim doesn't make the right decision all the time, just like Amos. You know, he makes the right decision so much more often than Amos, that to Amos he seems perfect. And I think, you know, part of Amos, I think, maturing into his character is, I think, to allow people to make mistakes and still understand that they're good. And I think, you know, we've seen him wrestle with that throughout the series. This looks like he's moving through it quicker than normal. You know, this is at least as... I mean, I think this is worse than what Naomi did, really. Because, you know, Naomi didn't do what she did in the heat of battle. You know, no one's lives, you know, in the immediate vicinity were sort of harmed because of that. And I mean, if you want to make an enormous leap and say, well, she's responsible because ultimately that proto-molecule ended up, you know, with Marco, I would just say, get out of town. Like, there are so many, like, variables in that chain that, you know, making her responsible for that is just wild. But, you know, in this scenario, there is you know, they are on a mission. Their mission is to end this man, and they could have, and now they haven't. And, you know, I really felt one of the great things about when you're watching a Jim and Naomi argument is both of them are completely rational. Everything that's said makes sense, even though they're not fighting, because they don't fight like, I hate you, you're a bitch, anything like that, but they argue stuff out when they need to. And in this one, I was kind of like, I was with Jim in the moment of the not firing, as a like, yeah, how can he possibly be the guy that kills her son? Even though that is an enormously self-interested thing to do in the context of, you know, a post-Holocaust war that's underway, you know, not being able to feel like you're the man that your partner needs you to be is a pretty low level reason to not kill the most evil man in this, you know, in the universe. You know, if I looked at it dispassionately, if I didn't know Jim and Naomi and I wasn't so invested, I would absolutely be like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like you let Hitler go because you were worried your girlfriend, you know, and Naomi then responds in a way that I did not anticipate, which was, I tried, I failed, now just will you let me have that? If you were allowing Marco off the hook to protect my feelings, you are making me responsible for all of the damage that he does, and I can't take any more. So now I'm sitting there like, God, yeah, Naomi, fucking hell, yeah. That's a really good point. Damn it, Jim, stop treating her like a fragile flower. And then Jim's like, you're not taking your feelings seriously. It's like, and then you're like, yeah, Jim, I know what you mean, because I just said last episode I don't know how much more that she can take. It's like everything they're saying is true. It's all true. And in the end, you just have to make a decision and live with it. And Jim has made a decision and he's finding it quite difficult to live with now. Now that he's had to really, you know, time to review the decision, he's kind of like, that might not have been my finest hour. And God bless Peaches that are coming in clutch at the end saying, look, killing people is terrible, never feel bad about not killing someone. Which is kind of a nice way to rest on it. Which is like, okay, it is what it is. It happened. You know, I love that Amos's very first thing that he said to Jim, it wasn't, I know what you did. It wasn't, why the fuck did you do it? None of that. He literally said, if you want, I can take away your access to the guns. So basically said, if you are not trustworthy of making this decision, I'm not going to be pissed at you, but you need to defer responsibility to someone who is able to push the button. Now that is what I'm talking about, because that is something that Jim can do. You know, it is possible to go, actually, I cannot, which is what he said to Naomi, I cannot be the man to kill your son. Okay, I understand, Jim, but someone might have to. Like, someone might have to be the man or woman that kills Naomi's son if he does not turn around and take the umpteen chances he is having here at redemption. And it's going to be a long road because boy is responsible for a lot of death. So, you know, we'll see where we go with it. I can't call it at this point, and I'm going to cease, you know, I'm just reacting to Philip. I'm not making any predictions about this season. I'm just going to chat the shit. I don't even want to put the energy, if I'm honest, into thinking about what could be. I really just want to like sit and bathe in the beautiful, beautiful show that we are being gifted here, because it was another fucking amazing episode. Really amazing. And that freaking video, I was right. My little thing at the beginning about Monica, my hope. I wouldn't say that was a prediction. That was a fucking vain hope. And I thought I was being a sweet summer child. I gotta say, when I said maybe, you know, Monica's made a video. Has she made a video? That destroyed me. That really was an incredible piece of filmmaking that she did. I loved also the way that she explained herself and the situation to Avasarala just shitlessly. You know, Monica is out of fucks to give, and oh, I love that character. I'm so glad that we've got to keep her, you know, through the series now, since she first popped up as a kind of pain in my ass. Yeah, brilliant. I don't even know what else there is to say. I'm really enjoying the pace of this season. Like, I was like, get that whole scene with just Bobby and Amos singing along to Alex's old music. It was so like, that was such a great scene to have. This is what I mean about what I was worried about with us only having the 6 episodes, was that we weren't going to get stuff like this season, because they would have to pack so much stuff in, and so it would sort of be just a wild ride to the end, but with less of, you know, these character moments, you know, these little moments where we just watch people be people together that are so great in this show. So I really appreciated that. I also appreciated the conversations between Philip and the engineer or the maintenance guy, you know, so sort of getting an insight into what life was like on Ceres. Because see, if Philip is joining the dots here, he's learning a lot of bad shit about his dad. He's learning that the people on Ceres were not these, you know, collaborators with the Inners. You know, they were guys like the maintenance guy's brother, you know, who's just a guy with vertigo trying to help his, you know, his little brother out. Times hundreds of thousands, you know? And he's learning, you know, from Kamina, look, here's all the fucking supplies. He's ditched them. You know, there's a lot here for Philip to act upon if he is decent enough and strong enough to act on it. Whether he does or not, we're going to find out. But I'm pretty sure he's going to die if he doesn't. He might die if he does, but he would die a better death if it's done in service of ending this absolute monster that he's been unfortunate enough to be born to. Yeah, what an episode. I fucking love this show. I am so sad. I cannot believe we've only got 2 episodes left. I could cry just about that. There has got to be, like, I don't know if I'm saying it out loud, but several times in each episode that I'm watching of this, I actually have the acute, sudden thought, I don't want this to end. I just don't want it to end. I can't believe we're not going to be watching this show together anymore. Oh, it makes me sad. It really makes me sad. But thankfully I still have 2 episodes left. I think obviously you guys watching this, I think you would have watched all of the 6 episodes by now. So you may be even sadder than I am. But hey, until the next time, bye-bye.